All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shark After Dark Show after show movie review. I'm your man, Dark Shark. This is my boy, Young Ron.
What's up, fam?
Here with our, little movie reviews that we do every week. The first film we're going to be talking about is the movie Ex Machina. Why don't you take a look at the trailer right now?
How long until we get to his estate?
We've been flying over his estate for the past 2 hours.
Caleb, I'm just gonna throw this out there so it's said, okay? You're freaked out. You're freaked out by me meeting me, having this conversation in this room at this moment, right? But can we just get past that? The whole employer-employee thing?
It's good to meet you, Nathan.
It's good to meet you too, Caleb. This building isn't a house. It's a research facility. And I want to talk to you about what I'm researching. You want to see something cool? You are dead center of the greatest scientific event in the history of man.
Hello,
Hi. Do you have a name?
Ava.
Answer me this. How do you feel about her?
Her AI is beyond doubt.
No, nothing analytical. Just how do you feel?
I feel that she's amazing.
Good.
Do you want to be my friend?
Of course.
Will it be possible?
Why would it not be? Did you know that Nathan brought me here to test you?
Caleb, you're wrong.
Wrong about what?
Nathan, you shouldn't trust anything he says.
Does Ava actually like you? Or is she just pretending to like you? Self-awareness, manipulation, sexuality.
Are you attracted to me?
Now, if that isn't true AI, what is?
Caleb, there's something I want to show you.
Can we talk about the lies you've been spinning me?
What lies?
Today, I'm going to test you.
Why me?
Caleb, you have to help me.
Who's the real test?
You.
Is it strange to have made something that hates you? What will happen to me if I fail your test?
So that was the trailer for Ex Machina. Really good film. Had kind of a limited release, which is, I would say, a bad thing because it's a really good, thought-provoking film that I think everybody should see. Ron, why don't you give us like a little taste of what it's all about?
Sure. It's Ex Machina is a really intelligent, thought-provoking, psychological thriller that's kind of in the guise of a sci-fi movie. It's a little bit voyeuristic. It's claustrophobic at times.
Very.
It's one of these movies that's actually driven not so much by sci-fi or by the CG and the special effects, but more so by the characters, the actors, and what they do. And
Right.
it's just amazing. You have Oscar Isaacs plays this character Nathan, who is this amazing inventor. We have Caleb, who is this young man who supposedly wins this contest to spend a week or a weekend, I think, with Nathan in his secluded compound that's 3 hours away from anywhere. And then you have who I think is the star of the whole movie, who steals the show, is Alicia Vikander, who is this, I don't know if she's a cyborg or an AI, but she's referred to as this AI, as an artificial intelligence. And Caleb's there to test her, to see if he can truly tell the difference between her and a human or not. So
Right.
I believe it's called the Turing test.
It is. It's called the Turing test, and they're really they're trying to. It answers the question is ask the question actually. Is this a sentient being?
Right.
Is this something that deserves to be treated like a human?
Right. It's got a lot of aspects of, if you know the Frankenstein story, the Prometheus bound, that sort of thing. I mean, we can do a lot of things. We can create, we can clone, we can do all these things, but nobody really asks the question, says, should we?
Exactly.
So, and at what point does an artificial intelligence cross that threshold of being a computer to an actual life, a life
Right.
form? What constitutes a life and
Right.
a consciousness?
I think in answering a question like that, I think it has to be all in the way we look at it.
Right.
It's kind of I liken it to the way we treat animals, the way some people treat animals. I am like yourself. I'm a dog lover.
Right.
I treat those animals like you're my kid. It's like you should feel bad about certain things
Sure.
that happen to animals, and they don't. A lot of people aren't like that. So I think it depends on the person. And
but here's the thing with this movie. It's like I like with a lot of things.
Right.
Like I don't want to get into a hot button topic, but like with abortion, when does life begin?
Right.
This is kind of along those same topics. Is when does a computer become an actual life or a consciousness?
Exactly.
So just to me, going back to the trailer. I mean, the trailer is just. To me, it's fascinating, and it made
the trailer is what grabbed me.
It grabbed me as well, and it made me want to go see this movie just because I knew that there was going to be questions and it was going to be thought provoking. But when I went and saw it, there were even more questions that I was wondering. It's like, what constitutes consciousness? What like I just asked, what can you consider somebody or something being alive and not just a computer or a robot? And it's just. I mean, it was fascinating to me. So
now outside of that, because those are some of the feelings that you get from the movie, but it really is. It's very thought provoking, but it's also very entertaining to watch.
Absolutely,
it's got tinges of comedy in it. I felt, and this is just me. It has a very claustrophobic feel, like we talked about, and I actually. Like films like that. It's like a 2001.
Right.
It's like Alien in that aspect where you feel like you're enclosed, and the director really brings you into that world.
Absolutely. And I not just enclosed, but far removed from a lot of things, from humanity, from populace, from other people. So you got to add that aspect, and I think it also harkens back to like you were saying some of those old movies, but like 2001, where you're talking about. These androids or these beings that they consider themselves alive now, and they're fighting for freedom.
Right.
From not just from the confines of where they're at, in this compound, for example, but also just like a mental freedom. They want to be able to live. They want to. I don't want to say to be human, but I mean, to be out there and to have some type of humanity.
I think it also it really deals with. Sexuality.
It can be sexual.
Well, in some ways, male perversions too. Because the character Nathan creates this AI, and he creates it to look like a beautiful woman.
Well, he tailors it specifically, and I don't want to give away too much, but he tailors it specifically to the character Caleb's desires and wants. Because this guy Nathan. He's got his fingers in everything. I mean, he's just plugged into your social media, into your internet.
He's a multi-billionaire.
Think of Google, Facebook, everything, all that, and think that this guy created everything, and he has access to all of it. So whatever porn site that you're looking at, he knows, and that's how he's tailored this AI. And so that's how he's kind of suckered this guy into coming to test her.
And the fact that his character was like that says a lot about social media now. A whole lot, because I'm one of those people that's paranoid about how come Facebook needs to know everything about me, and how come every time you go somewhere, Google wants to hey, we want to be able to take over your cameras and this and that, and so it says a lot about that, and it seems like the director has a futuristic view on kind of like this is the way social media is going.
Right.
If not, we're already there.
No, I agree. I mean, I think it plays to a lot of our paranoia.
Absolutely.
So it was crazy, and I think part of that was helped by the characters, the actors. I think that their performances were just amazing, and they were able to kind of draw you into that paranoia as well.
Great performances.
And I think I mentioned this earlier, in that Nathan's character is so bizarre, you almost wonder if he's an AI.
Very bizarre.
And all the three characters, one of them is an AI. One of them questions whether they're an AI. Just because of, again, the provocations that happen in the movie, and then the other one, you don't question. But you wonder, is he a robot or is he not? I mean, is he, because he's so freaking bizarre.
Right.
That you almost have to wonder what's going on. So What was your favorite part in the movie? Did you have any favorite parts?
My favorite part, the part that really jumped out to me, and again, trying not to give most of it away, is the dance scene.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know, and it's just really, it's so random.
Right.
It's such a random scene, and it's really funny, and you watch it, and you kind of like this character. You kind of like Nathan in this scene, because he seems like just kind of laid, at the same time, like this laid back guy who just has a lot of money and who's pretty much a genius, you know.
Yeah.
But then you see that also, hey, this guy is, you know, he's got a screw loose, you know. So.
Here's a quick check of what we're talking about. Here's the dance scene.
Kyoko. Kyoko. Where's Nathan? Where's Nathan? Jesus Christ, you really don't speak a word of it. What the fuck? Oh, no. Stop. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. What are you doing?
I told you you're wasting your time talking to her. However, you would not be wasting your time if you were dancing with her. Go ahead, dance with her. Dance with her. No? You don't like dancing? She does. Come on, buddy. After a long day of Turing tests, you gotta unwind.
What were you doing with Ava?
What?
You tore up her picture.
I'm gonna tear up the fucking dance floor, dude. Check it out.
Trying to find a friend. Everybody's busy. Can't wait for the night to begin. You work all come on, Caleb. You work your fingers to the bone.
So as you can see, it's pretty bizarre. It's pretty out there, but
Yeah,
I
definitely.
enjoyed it. One of my favorite, for me, my favorite scenes in the movie were the conversations that they had.
Right.
They built up a lot of tension. You built up a lot of empathy for the character. For the Ava character, who is the AI, I mean, just the performance by Ava, Alicia Vikander was just fascinating.
It was
fascinating.
it was
You're
really,
definitely going to see a lot more of her. I know that she's coming out in the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
So
you're going to see a lot more of her, and I mean Oscar Isaac is also
He's all over the map.
He's in Star Wars now, and definitely for the first-time director,
Alex Garland. Yeah.
he's definitely going to be making a lot of noise on the scene.
Absolutely.
So overall, on a rating from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
8.5, solid 8.5.
I'd right around there. I'd give it a solid 8 based on the story and acting. Definitely the acting. So, really, really good movie. Definitely one you want to get out there and see. So
When it comes out, Blu-ray it. You got to get the Blu-ray for sure.
Definitely check it out. So that is our review on Ex Machina here at the Shark After Dark After Show. So check it out.